Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome if you're new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So for today's video, I'm gonna be unboxing a package that I got from Not Polish. There's 3 items in this box. I only was expecting 1, but if you guys see like this package here that I'm uncovering now, if you guys saw my last video, you know I did unbox and show this. I swatched them and also created a nail set with them, and that was the cat eye collection from Not Polish. So I was gonna just put all of it in one video, but the unboxing was entirely too long with the swatches and everything. So what I decided to do is, and also I thought, what was the point of unboxing everything if I was just gonna like not use it and just use one thing? So what I end up doing is just separating the videos. So if you saw my last video, you saw that I unboxed everything from the cat eye collection and used it. But if you haven't seen it, I will link it in the cards if you want to check it out. But for the second part of the unboxing, as you guys see here, I'm showing you guys the new dappen dish, and I was so obsessed with it. It looks so pretty and super sleek. And I also love how much liquid you can hold in here. It doesn't necessarily have to be monomer for acrylic. It can be alcohol or water for like nail art if you want to clean your brushes and everything. So I thought that was super cute, and also I just love how it looks. Like, it just looks so elegant and like so neat. The second thing I'm going to show in the unboxing is their new dolls collection. I was so happy when she told me I was going to be getting this collection, and this was the only thing I was expecting, because I did see her post some of the clips from Instagram. So I was like, I cannot wait till I get it. And just look at the box. It looks just like a box. Like, if you ever got dolls as a kid or when you were younger, you know how it has like the see-through plastic, and this box definitely give doll, like a Barbie doll. And I just love the packaging so much. It has a lot of pink on it, and as you guys see, it comes with 6 different colors in here. One thing I did notice and I really liked about it was how it comes with the acrylic and also the gel polish to match it. So if you are just wanting the acrylics, you can get the acrylics separately, or vice versa. If you want the gel polishes, you do not have to buy the acrylics. So I thought that was very nice. But also one thing, like with them being duos like this, I was so curious to see if the colors would actually like match and, you know, be like the exact color or shade. Looking at this first gel polish swatch, like this one, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be pink, but the gel polish looked red, but the acrylic powder in the jar looks pink. So I was like just so curious to see if it was gonna be the same color. So that's what I'm gonna test out. And also I just wanted to go ahead and swatch these. I did already swatch the first one, and I did pull out my new dappen dish. I am using their low odor monomer. I love their monomer. I remember I got like a huge jar of it. They had a sale and I got a huge jar, and I'm still not even halfway through it yet. So I was so happy that I was able to purchase that. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these. I'm using my Not Polish brush in this size 14, and I know it's a little bit messed up on the side, y'all. I didn't know what I was doing when I first got it, but I ended up like cutting something because there's like some stray brushes, and I tried to like remove it, but I just ended up cutting a little too much. So yeah, don't mind that. The brush still works good. So yeah, I did all of my gel polish swatches first. I cured them for 30 seconds after I swatched all of them, and then I went back and did my acrylic swatches. But the way I end up editing is I put like the same colors right beside each other, so it seems as if I was swatching the red gel polish and then the red acrylic and then the orange powder and then the orange, you know. So I thought that was very cool about the editing part. But yeah, so far I am really loving how these acrylics are swatching. Like, I am having no problem with it. I'm having no problem with the runningness. They are really buttery and smooth and easy to maneuver and control. And I also love the consistency of Not Polish powders. Like, if you guys watch any of my acrylic videos where I'm using Not Polish products, they are just always amazing. They work super great for me. Even when I was like first starting out, these are very good to use. So if you are a beginner nail artist or you want to get into nails, I would recommend that you guys purchase some good quality powder. Not saying you have to like spend a lot on them, but honestly I do recommend if you guys go ahead and buy some good quality powders. That's really going to help your application, because if you just work with the cheap stuff, I mean, if you learn with it, it's fine, but if you work with it, it just may be a little bit harder. And I know a lot of people might not able to afford like an entire collection, but just getting like the basics, where you have a clear maybe like a pinkish cover color, you know, just get the basics and then start your application. I feel like that's going to help you a lot. And also I really did like the gel polish swatches as well. The gel polish do seem a little bit thinner to me, but in the way, like the opacity of these gel polishes are really nice on these clear swatches, like without it being like a background. All of these are one coat coverage, which I thought was super nice. With them being kind of on a thinner side, if you do end up trying to build up these colors, it will help the gel polish to not look so bulky when you go to cure both layers. So I thought that was very nice as well. So overall, I'm just gonna say I really enjoyed this dolls collection. I love how all of the colors are like really bright. I feel like these are such a Barbie theme. Like Barbie is just so bright and vibrant. You know, she has like this bright and helping personality. So I thought these colors are very nice. Perfect for spring, but they will be perfect for summer because I thought some of the swatches look very neon-like. So having those like really bright colors for summer and spring is really gonna come in handy. So yeah, overall I really love this gel polish collection, and I think this one here is the last color I'm gonna swatch. And I haven't brought up the names yet, but I thought the names were so cute. My favorite one was Cutie Patootie, which was the lavender, and also the manicured lawn, which was the green. I thought that was so unique and like super fun because manicured lawn, like who comes up with these names? I really liked it. And also, if you guys are wanting to purchase anything from the Not Polished website, I do have a discount code that you guys can use, which is key10, and it will save you 10% off your entire order. So go ahead and check that out. I've also been getting a lot of emails, like commission emails, saying a lot of people have been using my code. So if you are one of those people, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And that was not the last color I swatched. So the purple is going to be the last color I swatch. And then once I finish swatching the gel polish and the acrylic, I will be showing you guys how they look as an entire gel collection swatch, the acrylic swatch, and also comparing the colors one by one. And two things I just wanted to throw in here very quick. So I am trying out a new intro. Let me know if you guys like it or not. I do like to stick to like my purple intro backgrounds. I really like my last one with the butterflies, but I don't know, I just feel like I haven't changed it in a while. Maybe you guys need something to like refresh my channel a little bit. So yeah, I did pick a new one. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it or not, but I like that it's really quick. So I'm gonna try it out for a few weeks or so, or just until I'm ready to change again. So if you've noticed it, let me know how you like it, or if you like the other one better. And also, I am using a different mic today. I just woke up like 30 minutes ago, and I was gonna do my voiceover for this video yesterday, but I didn't have time to do it because I was having troubles with like my storage on my computer. And it just kind of delayed the process. And once I got it worked out, after getting all of the things I had to do done, I just didn't have time to film a voiceover. So instead of waiting until I go in my nail shed to get like my mic that I use, so I just thought I'm gonna go ahead and get this done using my old mic. And this is actually the mic I bought from Amazon when I first started to record my voiceovers. So if it sounds a little bit different from my previous videos, that's why. So I'm hoping the quality sounds nice still. And what I really love the most about doing this voiceover is that I'm doing it from the comfort of my own bed. Usually I have to go to my nail shed, sit in the chair, and just, you know, be very professional like, but this is just a lot more comfortable for me, so I really like it. So yeah, if you guys noticed it, I just wanted to throw that in there. But yeah, this is the last color I'm gonna be swatching, and look how pretty this purple is. Like, it would, like, all of these colors are just so gorgeous, and the quality of these acrylics just really made me love it even more. Yeah, like I said, once I finish, I'm gonna be showing you guys how they look. After doing all of my swatches, this is how the gel polishes look. They look really nice, and again, this is only one coat, cure for 30 seconds, and that's it. These are the acrylics. I really love the acrylics a lot more for some reason. I don't know why, but again, like I said, I will be comparing these colors side by side. So on the left are the gel polishes, and on the right is the acrylic swatch, and I was honestly so impressed how much they match up. So if you were only wanting to get like the gel polishes, you are definitely going to get the same color as the acrylics, or vice versa. If you want the acrylics, the gel polishes will still be the same exact shade. So that was really nice, and I cannot tell you how much I actually appreciate them actually making the colors match, you know, because sometimes you have like the quote-unquote same color, but sometimes the gel polish might be a little bit darker or too lighter. It's just not the same shade. So that was really nice. I really appreciate that from Not Polish. So yeah, I'll have this link down below along with my discount codes and referral link if you guys want to check it out. But getting into my nails, so I am just going to start by applying my nail tips, and I am using some 3XL square tips from LNNailedIt. I'll have those linked down below as well. And I'm just getting my nail area ready right now, pulling out my dampen dish, filling my dampen dish with the Not Polished Low Odor Monomer, and again taking my size 14 brush that's kind of messed up, but it still works fine. So when it came to figuring out what I was gonna do, I was under the impression, of course, I wanted to use the acrylics because that just honestly would have worked better for me. But when it came to actually sitting down, I did not know what I was gonna do, and I ended up looking at some inspo on Pinterest. I found something that I really like, and I was really determined to get the same shade, like base color she had. Looking through all of my not polished colors, I felt like I didn't have a shade that matched. So what I did was I just kind of mixed some colors up, and as you guys saw on the paper towel, there were so many like swatches of me just trying them out. I didn't really like anything, or I just felt like it wasn't what I was going for. And in the end, I was end up sitting there like figuring out, trying to get the right shade, just trying to think of something for almost an hour. So I was like, I've been just sitting on this way too long, let me just go ahead and get started. And I did end up going with the color that I mixed up. I'm pretty sure I ended up mixing like two colors and some clear. So it's like a clear, I do remember it was the sheerish pink called like Princess Slippers or something, and then also like a really light nude color. I don't remember how much of each powder I put in the jar and mixed it up, so that was very disappointing because when I actually started to use this color, I liked it so much, like so much to where I actually wish it was a cover color that I could purchase. And it honestly like looks similar to like the Roscato color from Kiara Sky, but I don't know, something just feels a little bit different about it, and I just could not pinpoint what it was. But I love this color so much. And then also one of the things, I only made a little bit in that jar because I was not gonna use it at first, but I was just like, I'm gonna go ahead and try it out. If it doesn't work, then I'll just redo the video and give you guys something even better. But once I started using it, I really liked it. And since I only have a little bit, I'm not gonna take this powder all the way to the tip because I did plan on doing some French tips, so I knew for sure that part was going to be covered up anyway. And since these nails are extra long, if I did go all the way to the tip, I just wanted to be sure that I had enough for all of my nails. So I'm only going to focus this color up at the cuticle area near my apex and just a little bit down to cover up where I glue on my nail tip. And that is like the main parts I'm going to be focusing on. So basically just the top half of my nail. And then once I finish getting my color where I want it, I'll just fill in the rest with some clear to build up the shape, you know, give the nail some structure. So for now, this color will look like an ombre, which was also still very nice. I feel like if I kept it like that and added some white 3D flowers with like some glitter and some rhinestone blings, that would look so nice for a spring set. But yeah, everything ended up working so well for me. I also really like the consistency of it. Sometimes it felt a little bit like, not necessarily too soft, but as you guys can see, like when I start to press it down a little bit, it just, I don't know, it just felt a little bit different, but definitely not in a bad way. When it came to the consistency and like the, not consistency, but like I can't think of the word, but this acrylic was oddly very buttery, like even more buttery than the regular like not polished mixtures of acrylic powder. Like I don't even know if that makes sense, but I was just like so in love with it. I don't know if it was because I was just having a great application day or whatever the case may be, but using this acrylic I mixed, it was just so satisfying to use. Like I was just so in love with this application. It was really nice. I didn't have any spillage near my cuticle area, down my sidewalls. I was able to control it just right. It was super buttery. Like, it was all the things I want in every application video. Also, I really strongly believe that this 14 brush, like this bigger size, really help, especially when doing longer nails. Like, it just helps you cover a lot more of the nail a little bit faster. And the way I pick it up, I don't know if you guys like realize it or not, but when I pick up the bead, I pick it up long ways, and then once I set it down long ways. So that kind of helps like get the powder or bead even throughout the part that I'm trying to cover, if that makes sense. So I know having smaller brushes really help if you are a beginner, or if you just have like regular length nails. If you are a long nail girly, or if you love to do long nails, if you want to practice long nails, I would definitely recommend you guys get this number 14 from Not Polished, but only for the longer nails. I feel like if you were to pick up bigger beads with the shorter nails, you just may put a lot more on your plate than you can eat. But yeah, I really do recommend this brush. The quality of it is really nice. And overall, I just absolutely love this application. I wish I recorded the part where I was mixing the acrylics, but that part just took me entirely too long. I wanted to have everything sorted first and then go ahead and start. Now I actually wish I recorded that part so I could see like how many scoops or just how many pours, how, you know, an example, so I can create a whole jar of this color, because I just can't say it enough. Like, I really liked it, and I just really wish I could find this, and I will definitely buy it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say for the application. I will be end up showing all of my nails for the application, and just a few tips when it comes to application. Always make sure that you don't have too much monomer in your brush. If you have too much monomer in your brush, your beads are going to be super runny, and once you place it on the nail, it's just gonna like fall off the sides of the nail. So be careful with that. If you don't pick up enough monomer, your beads are gonna be very dry, and it's gonna dry really fast. You aren't gonna get it to like smooth down as you like to and get it even with the rest of the nail. And I'm not really sure how to tell you guys how to get the perfect ratio. I know there are videos for it, so if you're in that stage of nail acrylic application, make sure to research videos, watch them, and see if they help you. Another tip I can just let you guys know is you do not want to add a lot of pressure when it comes to applying this. You always want to make sure to just feather the acrylic down with very light motions. Otherwise, you will be just wiping the acrylic off the nail. And when I was first starting, that was a problem I was having a lot. Like, whenever I just put the bead on there, I was just so ready to blend it down, and I would just end up wiping all of the color off, which was a waste of powder for one, and it would just take way too long trying to build up. So yeah, just be patient when it comes to acrylic. Unless you have a fast setting monomer, then you will have to work a little bit faster. But in my case, I do notice a lot of the monomers are like medium or slow setting for beginners. Also, just be aware if you are buying faster setting monomer or lower, you know, in that case. Another thing that really helped me is making sure to look at all the size of the nails. You want to make sure that the nail is very smooth and you have a nice application. Gravity will really help you, especially if you are working with bigger beads. Once you place the bead down on the nail, sometimes if you kind of like hold it, like tilt the tip of your nail down, it will just kind of flow the acrylic down, so you don't have to manually like brush it down. And that's just going to help you get a really nice coverage, and it's going to be even throughout that entire part, if that makes sense. And one of the last things I'm going to mention is that when it comes to the cuticle, I know for me, when I first started doing acrylic, the cuticle was one of the hardest parts, and sometimes I still struggle with it depending on like the temperature in my room, or depending on the quality of the acrylic, sometimes the size of the brush. Getting that perfect cuticle bead will be very challenging, but one of the tips I can give you guys is do not get too much monomer in your brush, or like don't pick up a super huge bead, because it's just gonna flow to the point where you can't control it, or if the bead is too dry, it's just gonna become very lumpy up at the cuticle, and that's one of the main parts that you want to look flush. Because if you have bumpy nails throughout like the length of the nail, you can always file that down, but sometimes when you have a bumpy cuticle, it just doesn't look right, or like bumpy apex, it just doesn't look right. So always make sure to pick up a very small bead and never place it right against the skin. You always want to place it a little bit down further from the cuticle and then let it sit there a few seconds, and then you want to push it back up towards the cuticle, but of course not pushing it up to the skin. And again, this is just some few tips and tricks to help you guys, but if you are a visual learner and you want like some close-ups or like slower videos like explaining it, I'm pretty sure there are multiple videos that you can find on YouTube. But you know, I just wanted to give you guys some tips and tricks, just also to kind of talk a little bit more throughout the video. I didn't want you guys just listening to music watching this, so hopefully this does help someone if you are listening throughout the entire part. And if you are consistent with the tips and tricks that you see or you've been taught, once you apply that to all of your applications, you're going to get very great when it comes to the acrylic application. You're going to start learning a lot faster, and overall it's just going to be a lot better. So make sure that you guys are taking your time if you are in that stage of doing acrylic application. And it's not going to happen overnight, but if it does for you, then you are definitely one of the blessed ones. But yeah, if you are in that stage, good luck. And yeah, that's pretty much it, all I had to say. Acrylic can be very fun once you get the hang of it, so just make sure that you go ahead and watch some videos and take your time and actually learn the process of the application. But yeah, I did go ahead and finish up my application, and as you guys see, this is how it looks. I love how this looks. Like, oh my gosh, I need a full jar of this. But like I said, I only focused this color up at my cuticle area and like the halved part of my nail, the top part. So now I'm going to be taking the not polished clear and just filling out the rest of my nails, adding some coverage over the tips of my nails, adding some structure, and also I will go up and cap my cuticle area and like my apex just to give it a little bit more height. And also, before I go, I just want to throw in there that if you are enjoying today's video, make sure to go ahead and give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment down below. It will really help me out when it comes to my analytics. I know I haven't really been posting as much, so my analytics are kind of dropping a little bit. But for the most part, I feel like a lot of my new subscribers are just like watching that current video to be like, oh, let me subscribe, I would really like it. But I did receive a comment of someone. They said when they subscribe to my channel, they don't see my videos anymore, so they literally have to like type my name in or something. And so if that is the case for a lot of you, make sure to turn on my post notifications so that you guys get notified each and every time I upload. Or if you don't usually comment, just drop like a heart or something. Just comment like loved it, or you know, just something very simple. It doesn't have to be very detailed, just to get the algorithm like pushing out my videos again. It would really mean a lot to me. I've been gaining a lot of subscribers, but my views are just like right at that same point, and I'm kind of confused why. So maybe that's the reason for a lot of my new subscribers. So if you guys would leave a comment or like it, it would really help me out a lot. And also, I do plan to do another giveaway once I get to 80,000 subscribers, and I believe I'm at like 78,000, so I'm getting really close. But yeah, now that I went ahead and capped that one nail, I did only decide to show one because this video is pretty long. So yeah, this is what the nails look like once I finish. I really love the structure of them. I really love how neat they are. They aren't bumpy. So yeah, I was just really having a great application day. So now let's go ahead and get into the filing. I do start off with my 8080 grit file from bombnailz. I love this file. She has amazing products. I will have this link down below. I just start by going underneath my nails, the side walls, sometimes around the cuticle area, but for the main part I focus on with my hand file is just redefining that shape, filing underneath it, the side walls, the free edge, and also going over the surface. I do make sure the surface of my nails are really nice and even before I go in with my e-file. And pretty much I just file the same way each and every time, so I'll just let this part here play out since I have been talking for most of the beginning of the video. And so yeah, just make sure that you guys drop a like, leave a comment, do something like that, and I'll leave you to it until I get into my nail art. And after redefining my shape again with a hand file and buffing them, this is what they look like, and they look pretty nice. I love this length. And now I'm taking out my doll's collection. I'm going to be using my gel polishes. So like I said, at first I did think about, well, I wanted to use the acrylics, but since I did take a while trying to figure out something, I wanted to do something quick. So I ended up just doing a design with the gel polishes, which I loved how they turned out. So I just pulled out 5 of the gel polishes. I did get a yellow, blue, purple, the reddish pink, and then a green. So I just went ahead and put all of those out on my nail palette, and I'm gonna start by doing some Frenches. Of course, doing each nail a different color. I did end up switching out my yellow for the orange because once I went in with the green, I just thought the yellow and green would look too much alike, like right beside each other. So instead of doing the yellow, you'll see me pull out my orange gel polish and then just substitute that nail for it. But these Frenches are going to be very, very simple. I do believe I cut it and edited it to where it's not like unnecessary footage of me doing these Frenches so that it goes by a little bit faster. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And there's not really much to explain, so I'll just let you guys go ahead and watch me create the Frenches and then filling in the rest of the nail with the brush from the bottle. I do cure immediately before moving on to the next nail, just so I don't mess anything up or bump it or anything. So yeah, I do go ahead and cure and then move on to the next nail. So if you remember me saying in the beginning of the video how these gel polishes felt more on the thinner side, I did have to go in with a second coat on all of my Frenches, which I did off camera. And for the design I need some darker colors of the same as my French. And I did try to make the gel polishes I already had from Not Polish a little bit darker by adding some black, but that did not go right. So I end up getting a lot more gel polishes, and I do think a lot of these are from Nail Reserve, and I just went ahead and put them on my nail palette. And then I'm also taking my not polished blooming gel here, and I'm going to be doing sort of like some croc print on these nails using that darker color. I just put it on the lower fringe. I don't need the blossom gel over the entire nail because that's not where I'm going to be putting it. But once I create like my design, I do allow it some time to kind of bloom out and just kind of spread a little bit. Once I'm satisfied, I go ahead and wipe the sides and then cure immediately, because if I just let it sit there, it's just going to bleed all over the entire nail. So I want to make sure that I lock my design in place once I'm satisfied with it, and then I move on to the next nail, applying some of that blossom gel and then using that same color to do my croc print. And this is not like the normal croc print. Usually you have like the center lines and then like the dots on the sides, but this one is going to be a little bit different, just kind of going like squiggly all over the nail, which made this nail set a lot more fun. When it came to the green nail, at first it does look pretty good, but I did kind of skip over. I wanted you guys to see it, but I didn't show like the entire part. I did end up skipping over it and going straight to my pinky, because off camera I did have to use a darker green, because like once I cured it, you couldn't really see it as much. So getting a darker green made it look a lot better. I just wanted to throw that in there. But I am moving over to my pinky, which is the last one. And that's basically what it looks like. I love how this turned out. And on my thumb, I did add like another little row to my croc print, as you guys see, because at first I didn't do like the other little side, but I did add that off camera. And now I'm gonna go in with a dotting tool and some white gel polish to create some hibiscus flowers. I was kind of skeptical at doing this at first. Well, not really skeptical, but like I was just like, should I do it now? Because this is more of like a summer nail set. Like honestly, I see the hibiscus flowers being done during the summer. A lot of flower designs are being done during the spring, so I thought maybe it could slide, you know, be okay for the season or like the style and trends and everything. Again, since I was loving everything else about this application, I didn't really spend too much time worrying about if it was okay to do hibiscus, because either way this design turned out really cute and I loved it. And it did take me a few tries at first, which I didn't include in the video, but once I got the hang of it, I was doing them rather decently, so I just went ahead and continued doing that over all of my nails. And the way I am creating these hibiscus flowers is, first I want to make sure that they are remotely the same like space away, like, you know, have the same space. So I do go ahead and create those 4 dots, the top and bottom and the sides, and then I'll go in and create 2 more smaller dots connecting those dots on the sides. And once I have my 3 dots on all 4 sides, I go ahead and bring in my lines. And for me, I noticed that it's easier to do the lines like on the outside of each petal, if that makes sense. Like you guys can see what I'm doing, but I'm terrible at explaining things. But once I get my lines on the outside of the petals, I'll go ahead and start doing really thin lines towards the inside of the nail in the center of it, if that makes sense. And then once I finish doing all of my petals, I'll go ahead and create the stem and add on my dots. And that's pretty much all you have to do for these hibiscus flowers. Once I got the hang of it, it was really easy to do. I do add about 2 on each nail, I believe, so I'll end up just basically showing 1 because it does get kind of repetitive after a while. So I'll show like 1 on each nail and then skip the other and just go to the other nail. But yeah, it looks a little bit difficult once you see it like on other people's nails, but once you start doing it and get this technique, it really does become very easy and simple, and I just love the process of them. So yeah, I'll just let you guys go ahead and watch this part play out, as it's not really much to explain. And then once I got on my hibiscus flowers, I think the last things I'm gonna do is add on my top coat, and this would not be complete until I add some bling. So I just add like 3 rhinestones in the top, center, and the bottom of the nail, just kind of doing like a scatter wherever I feel looks best. And then once I finish, I'll go ahead and cure each nail. And yeah, that's pretty much all I'm gonna do. I love how the set turned out, but once I finish, I'll be adding on my cuticle oil and showing you guys the finished shots. Once I rub in my cuticle oil to re-nourish my cuticles, this is how the finished set turned out. And I just love how these nails turned out. Like I said, I wasn't sure if I should do hibiscus, but I just end up loving everything how it played out. I love this dolls collection. I love these gel polish shades. Like everything just looks so nice and vibrant. These definitely give me summer vibes more than spring. And initially, since I did unbox and use the not polished dolls collection, I was gonna do something like Barbie theme or like something with dolls. And these don't necessarily give you like Barbie vibes, but if you put it in context listening to this voiceover, in a way it does give you like beach Barbie. Like I don't know, I can see like beach Barbie with these nails. But either way, I love them a lot. I love how everything turned out. If you guys love how this set turned out, make sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about today's set. All of the products I used will be linked down below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.